Court Street in Carroll Gardens was the main strip of Italian Brooklyn, where longshoremen families who worked the Red Hook docks lived for generations. And if you grew up there, you remember when every block had Italian grandmothers sitting on stoops speaking Italian, when the social clubs were full of old men playing cards and bocce, and when Court Street felt like a piece of southern Italy transplanted to Brooklyn before the brownstones got bought up by bankers and lawyers. Tell me if you remember Italian Court Street, because this was real Brooklyn. The neighborhood was named after Charles Carroll, who signed the Declaration of Independence, but everyone just called it Red Hook or the Waterfront until real estate agents rebranded it Carroll Gardens in the 70s to make it sound nicer, and the Italian families who'd been there since the 1900s didn't care what it was called, they just knew it was theirs. Court Street between Union and 9th had Italian bakeries and pork stores and delis that had been run by the same families for 50 years. Caputos bakery making fresh bread every morning. Espositos pork store with sausages hanging in the window, and G. Esposito and Sons selling Italian imported goods since 1922. The social clubs on every block. Italian-American clubs where the men would gather to drink espresso and play cards and speak Italian and Sicilian dialects, and those clubs were where community decisions got made and where everyone knew everyone's business, because that's how tight-knit neighborhoods worked. Our Lady of Peace Church on Carroll Street was the center of religious and social life, Mass in Italian for the older generation, feast days with processions carrying statues of saints through the streets, and weddings and baptisms that brought the whole neighborhood together. The longshoremen who worked the Red Hook piers would come home to Court Street. Union guys who made decent money when the shipping industry was strong, and the neighborhood had this working-class Italian identity that was proud and insular. The stickball games in the street, kids playing while their mothers watched from windows, and everyone speaking a mix of Italian and English that was specific to Brooklyn Italians who grew up between two cultures. Then in the 80s and 90s, the shipping industry died, the longshoreman jobs disappeared, and the neighborhood started changing as young professionals discovered that Carroll Gardens had beautiful brownstones close to Manhattan, and suddenly the Italians couldn't afford to stay. The real estate boom hit hard. Brownstones that Italian families owned for generations got sold for millions, and the kids who grew up there moved.